Most people toss these. Coffee's done, paper towels are done, into the bin they go. But wait, when we're creating, we don't always gather everything at once. We grab things as ideas form, and half the time we're stopping mid project thinking, I know I have something that would work for this. Where did I put it? And sometimes the constant stopping and searching breaks your creative flow.
Museful creations come and see, crafted with joy soulfully.
I slowed this project down on purpose. I wasn't trying to make something trendy. I needed something useful, small, and purposeful, something that could stay on my table without taking over my space. I'm also showing 2 ways to do this, depending on what you already have, because I never want someone to feel that they can create before they even start. I started by cutting the paper towel roll to size, taller if you work with longer pieces, shorter if you don't. This part is completely customizable. To age the cardboard, I'm using an ink smooching technique, but instead of pressing flat, I roll the surface through the ink. That gives me an uneven tea-dyed look without weakening the structure. Now, for the top and bottom of what we're creating, you're going to need to stack 4 circles at a time. I'm using pen and gear glue stick, and then on the edges, I'm using 3-in-1. I will also cover both ends with decorative paper of choice. You can leave them blank if you'd like, or you can also stamp on them as well. Then I will use the Tim Holtz small, kind of rigid scissors, and I'm showing you here how I will rough the edges so they're not as smooth, and it gives it a rough effect. Now for the top and the bottom, we're going to use the K-cups to ensure it's a functional storage unit and not just a flimsy decoration. Stability is key. I did use an additional 2-inch circle punch and cut out 2 chipboard pieces and covered them to secure those ends. Now I'm going to make a little notch on the opposite side of the eyelet on what I'm considering the bottom of the paper roll, as you'll see here. You'll repeat the same step on the eyelet top side of the roll. Now, this was completely unplanned. I literally stopped midstream, as you'll see here, and I said, but wait a minute, I think I can do something a little differently here. And I decided to add some alcohol ink so that I can give the white plastic a bit of a touch, and it looked a little aged, and it just gave it a different effect. So keep this tip in mind. Next, I will add additional liquid glue to the edge on both the bottom and the top, and we'll add decorative lace. This is where the purpose really shows up. I'm using a bead chain through the eyelet, and will then add the different embellishments and dangles that I created using ISC stamps for some upcoming projects that I'm going to be working on. I wanted a tool I could load before I start creating, not something that gets hidden away and then forgotten. Something I can see, reach for, use, and then change out when the project changes. This keeps what you're working with visible, and when you see it, you know you'll use it. That's why I'm calling this a vintage dangle keeper. It's not just storage, it's something that stays with you while you create. Use what you have, don't throw it away. Look at what you're able to create. I cannot wait to see yours. Please let me know in the comments if you'll make a couple of these as I did. Please like and share. And thank you so much for spending some time with me.